The 2023 Women's World Cup is here. We are now less than a month away. Hosting this World Cup are Australia and New Zealand. The tournament will kick off on July 20th, featuring New Zealand taking on Norway and Australia taking on the Republic of Ireland. The tournament will conclude on August 20th with the final match. Here's a quick overview to get you ready for the tournament this year. Which teams made it, which groups they're in, and the structure of the tournament for those of you who aren't as familiar or who may be new to watching a World Cup. First, Australia and New Zealand are co-hosts for 2023. Matches will be played in both countries. Which cities are hosting matches? In Australia, there are 5 cities hosting matches, and these are Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, and Perth. The championship match will be played in Sydney. In New Zealand, there are 4 cities hosting matches: Dunedin, Wellington, Hamilton, and Auckland. The opening ceremony and match will be played in Auckland. So, how does the tournament work? There are 32 teams total this year. They'll play in 9 cities using 10 stadiums, with Sydney hosting 2 stadiums. Each team names a final squad of 23 players, 3 of whom must be goalkeepers. How do the teams make the tournament? Well, globally, there are 6 confederations, each with an allotted number of slots for qualification to the tournament. So, for instance, AFC, or the Asian Confederation, had 6 slots available for this tournament, and as you can see on the screen, all the others had a set amount as well. In addition, 3 slots were awarded to the winners of an inter-confederation tournament. This is for the teams who failed to qualify through their confederations pathway. The slots for the 2 host nations were taken directly from the quotas allocated to their confederations. Australia received one of AFC's slots, and, well, sorry Oceania, New Zealand took your only slot. All qualifying teams are placed into a group to start the tournament. There are 8 groups, with each group containing 4 teams. This is an expansion from the 2019 World Cup hosted in France, where only 24 teams participated, making for 6 groups. Groups are designated by a letter A through H. So it will be Group A, Group B, Group C, and so on. The groups were randomly selected from 4 pots months prior to the tournament. Each pot contained 8 teams. 1 team was pulled from each pot to make a group of 4. Pot 1 had the 2 host countries and the top 6 best ranked teams. Pot 2 had the next best 8 ranked teams. Pot 3 had the next best 8 teams after Pot 2. And Pot 4 the next best 8 after those. Or you could say the worst ranked qualifying teams. This method lent a level parity to the tournament, with each group theoretically of equal quality. Here's a full list of all the groups and their respective teams. See if your country qualified and which group they landed in so you can follow them. Now that the groups have been selected, how do games work during the tournament? So each team in a group plays all the other teams in that group, also known as a round robin. This is called the group stage of the tournament. As an example from Group A, New Zealand will play Norway, Philippines, and Switzerland. At this point, no teams are knocked out of the tournament. Games can end in either a win, draw, or a loss. A win gets a team 3 points, a draw gets a team 1 point, and a loss results in 0 points from the match. The 2 teams with the most points from each group will advance to the knockout stages of the tournament. So let's use Group A in another hypothetical situation. In this example, New Zealand and Norway would advance to the knockout stage, as they are the 2 teams with the highest points total after all group stage matches for Group A. But let's say there are 2 teams tied for the second slot to progress to the knockout stage. Knowing only 2 teams may advance, and 1 slot is taken by New Zealand in our hypothetical situation, what happens then? So if by chance 2 teams in a group are tied on points, then goal differential is used. This takes the goals allowed by each team and subtracts that from the goals for by each team, providing goal difference. In this example, since both Norway and the Philippines have 3 points, goal difference is used to break the tie. Norway's goal difference of +6 puts them ahead of Philippines with only +1, thus making Norway the team to join New Zealand in advancing out of Group A. Goal differential can be very important, as you see in this example. And this is why at times you may see a team continue to score goals even when they've clearly won their group stage match. Now that the teams have advanced out of the group stage, they enter the knockout stage. The knockout stage has 4 rounds: the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and then the final match. At this point in the tournament, if a team loses a match, they are out of the tournament. Matches can only end in a win or a loss. If the score is tied at the end of 90 minutes, then an additional 30 minutes of time is added. This additional 30 minutes of play is not sudden death. If a goal is scored, play continues until the end of the 120 minutes. If at the end of the 120 minutes the game is still tied, then it will proceed to penalty kicks until a winner is determined. So, who are the favorites to win this year? So, the United States are the 2015 and 2019 World Cup winners and are currently ranked number 1 in FIFA rankings. Team USA will hope to go for a three-peat. However, this has never been done. England, another favorite, are the current Euro 2022 title holders, beating Germany in the final last summer. They finished 4th in the last World Cup. With the help of new coach in Sarina Wagman, coach of the 2019 World Cup runner-up, and coming off the highs of their Euro win, they will hope to carry that momentum to a trophy. The other favorite is another European team, Germany. Germany looked very strong in the Euros. They beat USA in 2 friendly matches in fall of 2022, looking unfazed by the title holders. They will hope to come back from their Euro finals loss, and they've got the talent in their squad to do it. So, who do you feel is the favorite to win this year? Let us know down in the comments. To learn more on the teams in the tournament, look out for our upcoming videos. We will have 1 video per World Cup group. Subscribe and click the bell to get notifications when new videos are available.